After last year's Digimon Con didn't have much in the way of interesting announcements, I assumed Digimon Con 2023 wouldn't have a lot to talk about either. But Bandai, sure enough, proved me wrong. There is a lot to cover, but of course one thing you'll want to know most is how you can get your hands on the newly announced products. Zenin TCG is back once again to sponsor this video, and to be your one-stop shop to order everything shown off at Digimon Con. Specifically, they have the Digimon Seekers Loogamon Dim and Digimon Linker band set, both options of the Digital Monster Kenji Watanabe edition, the B-Memory Special Selection Volume 1 DIMs, and the Special Selection Set Vital Bracelet B. Note that the Digimon Seeker set does not contain the Vital Bracelet B unit itself, just as a heads up. All of these are available right now at zenintcg.com, and until March 1st, they are running a giveaway promotion. Anyone who purchases the Special Selection Set Vital Bracelet B will be automatically entered for a chance to win a copy of Digimon World Next Order for Steam or the Nintendo Switch. Links are in the description, so check them out and get your orders in. So before we get into what was announced at Digimon Con, let's take a second to talk about what wasn't. And so things that you won't be seeing in this video, there was no additional information given about the release of the Digital Monster X2, specifically the versions XC and XD. So those have kind of been they've been re-released in various ways. So the gray and navy devices have been pretty easy to get your hands on through Amazon and a few other stores in the US and some other territories as well. But the red and purple devices remain a bit harder to get. I did just talk about Zenin a second ago, and they've had them here and there. I think they might be out of stock at the moment, but regardless, we haven't seen red and purple, the fixed versions, pop up anywhere else just yet. So hopefully we'll see those soon, have a more wide release so that people can get their hands on them, but no word at Digimon Con. Likewise, there was nothing said about the Digital Monster X version 3, that's the XE and XF, so we don't know when or if those are coming out outside Japan. Hopefully they still are. I personally don't see why they wouldn't, but yeah, no word about them at this time. There was also nothing said about the Vital Hero, which makes sense. This is largely a Japanese-centered program, so them not saying anything about the X2 and all that makes sense as well. We did get a little bit of English information at the last one, though, which is why we thought there might be something said about some of the English products. There was just kind of like a little brief slideshow at the end of the presentation showing like, oh, here's a few products that can be bought outside Japan, but beyond that, there wasn't really anything. Not like last year where they're like, here's 4 new colors of the Digital Monster version 20th. So nothing like that. So still no word on whether or not we're getting more DIM cards ever for the Vital Hero. It's been out for over half a year now, and I would have thought they'd want to release something else for it, but I don't know. We will see where that goes. So the big thing at Digimon Con, and this is something that was kind of, we had a little bit of a leak right before Digimon Con to know that something was coming, but we didn't know the exact nature of it, and that something is Digimon Seekers. So this is a new digital novel, which I don't know how they intend to release that, whether it's something I would just view on a website, which I hope not. I hope this is going to be available in some kind of ebook format or at least a PDF or something. This would make it easier to read through rather than having to read it on a website. But it's a fully new Digimon story, that not to be confused with the Digimon story game, as in it's a new story about Digimon. And it features this wacky cast of characters that you're looking at right now on the screen. And front and center, we have a brand new Digimon there, Loogamon, which you see paired with Dorumon and Ryudomon, which the thing that you may notice between them all is they all have that little prototype thing, their Digicore on top of their head, which for Dorumon and Ryudomon was a special thing about them being like natural carriers of the X antibody. So whether that means Loogamon is an X antibody or not, probably not. I think it's just like they liked the design and decided to go with it. I don't think this is really going to focus on X antibodies in any way. Although if it does, I will be pleasantly surprised. So looks like those will be the 3 main Digimon appearing in this. As you can see, our main character there has a little, he's wearing a Vital Bracelet, which of course there will be Vital Bracelet products to go along with this. Elsewise in the poster, like I said, we see several other human characters, but we also see Pulsemon showing up. Looks like he might be a partner Digimon. We see Chaosdramon and Megadramon up in the top right, and on the left side we see a horde of Commandramon, but with them are a few new Digimon, one of which appears to be kind of like a Greymon version of Commandramon, as like Commandramon is to Agumon what that Digimon is to Greymon, something like that. So Commandramon, of course, was initially released with Steelsdramon to go along with it as a kind of quote-unquote intended adult form. So this looks to be another branch for Commandramon to take. And then above that, we see a big flying Digimon of some type, which we get a better picture of later. So I'll show you that here in a few seconds. But either way, it looks pretty neat. I'm not a big fan of novels in general, to be honest with you. I'm not much of a reader. I apologize for those that are big readers out there. My wife's a big reader. She reads a lot of books, but I do not. So I will try to read this and see what I think of it, but normally I wouldn't really talk about this kind of thing on this show anyway, so this is about virtual pets, right? So let's move on to the virtual pet side of things of this, which is that the Vital Bracelet B will be getting a special band to associate with this, called the Digimon Linker. I guess that's what it will be called in the novel. And again, this is not the B itself. This is not the Vital Bracelet B. It's just a band that you will replace for the B. It's a pretty ridiculous design overall. It's a lot more kind of anime than the other more subtle bands that the Vital Bracelet B has had. But it is our first blue band for the Vital Bracelet piece, so I do appreciate that. So yeah, you can get that, and we'll just swap that out. When you buy the band, it does come with, of course, a dim card, and that dim card is Loogamon's dim card, and we can see a whole bunch of Digimon here that appear on that card. So we'll go through and we'll talk about who these different Digimon are, and as you can see, it's a pretty normal size for a B memory, and yeah, let's just get into it. Let's look at who the Digimon are. So we have the 3 new Digimon, first of all. Loogamon is the child form, and he's got his 2 baby forms, so Fusamon and Baomon right there. You'll be able to raise them on the dim, and you'll also be able to, as it says here on the screen, be able to raise Loogamon's evolved forms as well. So we saw there were those blanks at the top of the dim card roster. We also have one more blank, well, we have 2 more blanks at the bottom, one of which seems to be something more special than the other one, but one is just unknown, but it's confirmed to be a unknown Digimon. But the 3 at the top are almost certainly Loogamon's adults, perfect and ultimate forms. So moving on from Loogamon, we have the other Digimon that appear on here. Here's the child and adult form. So we have Harrismon from Digimon Re-Arise. We have Bemmon from Digimon World 3, who only recently got added to the reference book, by the way. So it's been appearing in a few things that appeared in the card game recently. Harrismon's evolved form from Re-Arise. Philmon. We have Tyrannomon. Everyone knows Tyrannomon. We have Damemon from Cross Wars, or whatever subsection of Cross Wars it's from. Previously appeared in the Digital Monster X version 1. And then we have, who is that? Snatchmon, I think that is, if I recall correctly. Also from Digimon World 3 and associated with Bemmon. For the Perfects, we have Stifilmon from Re-Arise, evolved from Philmon. We have Master Tyrannomon, originally from Digimon World. We have Angoramon from the version 3. And then we have, who is that? Destromon from World 3? I think it is. Yeah, probably. Did I say Master Tyrannomon from World or World 3? He's from World if I said World 3. I don't remember what I said. We got those guys. And I should point out real quick that the Bemmon line, so Bemmon, Snatchmon, Destromon, and then Galactamon, I think is the last one, they are all the adventure unlocks. So you will get them by completing adventure mode. And then for the final of all forms, the ultimates, we have Rosinmon, as well as below him, their Rosinmon Fury mode. So both of the Rosinmen, as they are. We have Rust Tyrannomon, we have High Andromon, Rust Tyrannomon being from Redigitized, High Andromon being from the original T3, and then there's Galactamon from World 3. Again, I believe that is Galactamon. If not, I don't know. Sorry, I didn't play World 3. So yeah, so those are all the Digimon appearing on the Loogamon dim, and we do have this guy as well. We don't have a name for this Digimon just yet, just that he is a big old plane with a big old Digimon face on it. I would be willing to bet this might be the last, on the perfect column of the Loogamon dim, this might be the last Digimon that appears there, but maybe not. We'll see. If it was, I guess I would have expected them to just show it off, but maybe they don't have like the proper Bandai art for it yet or something, I don't know. Probably some reason they didn't want to show it yet if it was, or maybe it'll be some other completely different Digimon on the Loogamon dim. But either way, there it is. Looks nice. Good Digimon. And then, yeah, so these items, it's a bundle. The Loogamon dim comes with the linker. Again, does not come with the Vital Bracelet B, comes with the linker band. And these are available to pre-order right now. It's 4,400 yen through Premium Bandai, and that pre-order period goes until the end of this week. It's a very short pre-order period. But you can also buy it through other sources as well. Just make sure that if you want it to get it quickly, because we don't know how many units will be during this pre-order period. They do say that they're going to revisit the Loogamon dim later in some way or the other. In what capacity that will be or what it will look like, I don't know if it will be the same thing or not. If I'd say if you do care about this Digimon and its dim, to get it now instead of waiting, just in case it's not the exact same thing. But yeah, so we'll see what that means. Interestingly, it wasn't available on Premium Bandai US, despite something else that was announced today being there, but whatever, doesn't matter that much. This is releasing in May, so you'll pre-order it now and get it in May. And yeah, so that's the information about Digimon Seekers. So we're going to go into other B memories now. So I haven't done a video on either the new Angoramon or Jellymon B memories yet, and I'm not going to spend much time on them here either. The rosters are already up on the website at digitomahatchery.com, so you can see the full rosters there. Angoramon came out last month, Jellymon is about to release this month, and it features their final evolved form. So we have Durbitmon for the Angoramon dim, and then we also have on the Jellymon dim, we have Amphimon up there. Big fan of the Jellymon dim, because not only does it have my favorite Digimon of all time, it's got Zudomon on there, which is fantastic. Very excited to see that finally pop up. But it also has several other of my favorites. We have Marine Chimeramon and Teropiamon on there, which are both absolutely great. And we have what is currently my favorite recolor, but I still hate every recolor. We have Cathilamon, which is the blue version, the blue evil version of Marine Angemon. So cool to see it on there, even if I don't like recolors. It just appeared in Ghost Game the other day. Spoilers, I guess. You don't watch this show if you don't want spoilers. So yeah, lots of good Digimon on that. Very excited about the Jellymon dim. And then we did cover in a previous episode the Dragon and Beast dim cards, which both of those had 4 slots for voting, and we all placed votes and decided which Digimon we wanted most, and those votes have been finalized. So, on what is now being called the Draconic Blaze dim card, we will have as the 4 Adventure Mode Digimon to unlock Gumdramon, Arrestordramon, and Arrestordramon Superior Mode from one of those Cross Wars seasons. And then we have Magna Kidmon. That's Magna, right? Not Avenge? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't care for either. They're from that dumb mobile card game back in the day. Sorry if you really like them. He's definitely not a dragon. Apparently he's labeled as a Dragonmon or a Dragon Man in the reference book, but I don't care. That's not a dragon. I wish something more draconic would have won. I personally voted for Dorbrickmon. I didn't vote for any of these, obviously. I don't really care about Cross Wars, so even though Dorbrickmon is from Cross Wars, I still think it's a good design. But either way, there you go. Those are the Dragon Digimon that made the vote. These are your favorites. These are the ones you picked. You have no one to blame but yourself on if you don't like these. Then on the B side of things, we got most of the normal Phascomon line except Porcupamon. Apparently everyone likes Mad Leomon a lot more than they like Porcupamon. So yeah, we got Phascomon, Mad Leomon, Astamon, and Belphamon Rage Mode. So yeah, I mean, that's fine. I have nothing wrong with these picks. They're all well and good. I do like Phascomon quite a bit. So definitely a good choice. So these 2 dim cards will be sold together in a 2-pack called the Special Selection Volume 1. And they'll be for 4,400 yen. But in addition to that, as you can see here, they are releasing a special version of the Vital Bracelet B as well, with gold accents and a little Bodemon icon at the top. And yeah, so you can pick that up along with the 2 B memories for 9,350 yen. So it'll have the metallic band with the gold accents and the 2 B memories all for that price. So these are both going to be retail items. These aren't pre-order only, and so you don't have to worry too much about missing out on them. They're going to be releasing at the end of April, so that's when you can expect to be able to pick them up. But like we said at the beginning of the video, you can pick them up for pre-order on Zenin right now if you would like. So those are the Special Set Volume 1, but that made me ask, well, what about Special Set Volume 2? Well, if there's a Volume 1, there has to be Volume 2, right? And there is, and we're moving along with the Sabers theme. So with Shine Greymon and Mirage Gaugamon being both from Digimon Sabers and being the key Digimon on those 2 other B memories, that continues with this bird and angel themed B memory we're looking at here with Ravemon, and so it's got Falcomon's whole line on it. In addition to that, we also have 2 brand new Digimon there, Luxmon and Archangelmon. So it's yeah. So let's just go ahead and look at this lineup here and see who all we got. So Nyokimon, Pyokomon from the Wind Guardians Pendulum, and Piomon from the original Digital Monster version 4. We have the brand new Digimon Luxmon, who's kind of a droopy looking little angel kid. Guess it makes sense to have one of those to go with the other angel themed Digimon. And there aren't many, outside of the ultimate stages, there aren't a lot of Angel Digimon out there, to be 100% honest with you. There's a few, but not a lot, especially not at the child stage, so makes sense to have one there, I guess. And then we have Falcomon from the 2006 anime Digimon Sabers, as opposed to the original Falcomon, who, in this one's definitely an owl and not a falcon. Regardless, moving on. We include Birdramon from the Digital Monster version 2. We have Pidmon from Digimon World, Peckmon from Digimon Sabers, and Shichumon from Digimon New Century, that Chinese mobile game that no one has played outside of China. It's a very recently made Digimon, and its whole new line is on here as well. So we also have Garudamon from the Wind Guardians, Digimon Pendulum. We have Archangelmon, which it spells its name super weird, and so I'm assuming it's pronounced Archangelmon, but it could also be Archangelmon. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what the kana looks like for that to determine how they intend to pronounce it. But either way, it's a mouthful. But a new Angel Digimon, perfect form to go along with Holy Angemon and Angoramon. So I think it's a good fit. Also, kind of Lucemon's half Angel Digimon, right? So it goes with that too. And then we have Yatagaramon, again, the Digimon Sabers version, as well as Fonkumon from Digimon New Encounter. Evolves from that guy directly above it. And then for Ultimate Forms, we have Hoomon from Digimon World and the Wind Guardians Digimon Pendulum. A big surprise return from Dominamon. Dominamon is from V-Tamer and hasn't been in like anything except a random piece of artwork for like ever, since V-Tamer ended, basically. So it's really exciting to see it come back. A lot of people are really thrilled to see that one, big V-Tamer fans. As you can see, it's even got like Holy Angemon's lightsaber there. It was originally kind of associated with him more than Seraphimon in that book, I guess. I don't know, I haven't read V-Tamer, so forgive me if I'm wrong. Either way, this isn't even the Bandai artwork yet. That's how new this is. There is Bandai artwork for it in the chart, but it was very small and looked terrible blown up, so you get this other artwork, courtesy of Wikimon instead. Then we have Ravemon from Digimon Sabers. We have Shanponmon from Digimon New Century. Again, part of that line of the Chinese names with blue scales. And then we have Shakamon from one of them dumb early to the 2010s mobile card games. So just like the other special sets, this will involve voting as well. We're not going to spend too much time on the Digimon here, but I will at least list them off. But one Digimon from each column will win a spot in the adventure mode missions. So for Child Digimon, the winner can be either Falcomon, Jazzamon, Penmon, Muchamon, Soundbirdmon, or Sparrowmon. And then for adults, we have Diatramon, Jazzardmon. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Darkmon, Gargoylemon. No, it's just Gargomon, right? Saberdramon, Raptor Sparrowmon, Kiwimon, Cockatrimmon, Thunderburmon, Unimon, and Owlmon. For Perfects, we have the original Yatagaramon. I don't remember. All the Jazzamon's forms look the same. The last one's Metallicdramon. This one's probably Jazzarichmon. Yeah, Jazzarichmon, that's what it is. Piccolomon, Karatenmon, however you pronounce that. The guy with the two swords and the bird wings, he's really cool. I like him, however you pronounce them. Sinduramon, the chicken, Peacockmon, Parrotmon, Delamon, and Vulturemon. And then for Ultimates, we have Valdermon, Metallicdramon, Clavis Angemon, Slash Angemon, Crossmon, Frostvelgramon, Sarasmon, and Ornismon. So a lot of really good choices in there. If it's up to me, I would normally have picked just like straight across Falcomon's line there, but Falcomon recently appeared and survived, so I got a good dose of him, and I want some other Digimon to get focused, so I would probably go with Penmon, Thunderburmon, I would say Parrotmon, but I don't know why that. No, we'll go with Karatenmon, and Ornismon. Yeah, I think that's a good set. We'll go with those as my choices. Who do you pick? Put your picks in the comments below, or just share them in our... We have a channel now in the Digitama Hatchery, a thread rather, just for sharing our picks. So feel free to use that if you're hanging out in the Discord server, which you should be, obviously. So that is the Bird and Angel set, but again, Volume 1 had 2 different dims, as does Volume 2. So in addition to one centered around Ravemon, again, following that Sabers theming, we follow the Sabers theming even further with Rosemon on the Insectoid and Vegetation-themed V-Memory, otherwise known as Jungle Troopers. So lots of good returning Digimon on this, mostly bugs, which I am thrilled with because I do love my bug Digimon. And we start off with the babies, with Bubmon, Mochimon, And then the child forms Tentomon, Lullamon, and Funbeemon, which I haven't seen that on anything in a while, which is very exciting to see. Anything VPET related, I mean, it's been on other things, but I'm happy to see it on a VPET once again. And real quick, I should note, there were no new Digimon on this dim, unfortunately. Would have loved to see a new bug Digimon or a new plant Digimon, but we did get some new plants, thankfully, with the Vital Bracelets, the Hermit in the Jungle, as well as the Wind Guardians Pendulum Z. But would like some new bugs too, please. These new bugs. So, adult forms, we have Kabuterimon from the original Digital Monster version 2, Sunflowmon from Savers. We have Waspmon from the Pendulum X version 3. We have Kuwagamon from Digital Monster version 4. The incorrect version of Atlar Kabuterimon, this one's from the anime, as opposed to the original blue one from the Pendulum version 1. Then we have Lilamon from Savers. We have Cannon Beemon from the Pendulum X version 3. And we have my second favorite Digimon of all time, Okuamon from the Nature Spirits Pendulum, which this means that I now have Battle Bracelet sprites of all three of my favorite Digimon. Zudomon, Okuamon, and Triceramon have all finally been represented, and I am very thrilled about that. Definitely going to be making a custom dim with all of them as soon as I get the gumption to do so. Moving on to Ultimates, we have Heracles Kabuterimon from the Digimon Pendulum Nature Spirits. We have Rosemon from the Wind Guardians 4.5 Pendulum. We have Tiger Vespamon from the Digimon Pendulum X version 3. And we have Grand Kuwagamon from the original D3, as well as Tyrant Kabuterimon from the Excel Evil Genome. No, Justice Genome. Justice? Yeah, he's on Justice. Right? Bugs? Yes. No. Yes. Justice. He's from the Justice Genome. I can remember my versions, thank you very much. Which, very excited to see that. Tyrant Kabuterimon definitely needs to be on everything ever. It's a great Digimon. But yeah, having all three of these are like the quintessential bug ultimate forms, so very happy to see them. Would have liked one more new bug ultimate. I think that could have been done instead of Grand Kuwagamon, since we have seen Grand Kuwagamon on a dim before. Not to say I don't love Grand Kuwagamon, I do, but I'd love a new bug ultimate even more. Get some more variety going on in there. So this one also has voting, of course. You may have noticed the extreme lack of plants again, like I said, so there are more plants to choose from in here if you would prefer to have some plants. And I'm just going to run down these from top to bottom once again, same rules as before. So we have Alramon, we have Floramon, Pomumon, Morphomon, Tinkermon, Dokunemon, Kunemon, Kokabuterimon, Mushmon. For adults, we have Red Vegemon, Mori Shellmon, Woodmon, we have Hoodymon, that's right, Eosmon, Sneemon, Yanmamon, what is that, Sand Yanmamon? One of those two. It's regular Yanmamon, okay. Ballistamon, Blade Kuwagamon, and Flymon. For perfects, we have Ayatarmon, Blossomon, Juraimon, Entmon, Eosmon again, Jewelbeamon, Scorpiomon, Atlar Ballistamon, Metalife Kuwagamon, and Jagamon. And then for ultimates, we have Bloomlordmon, Hydramon, Pinocchimon, Bancho Lilymon, Eosmon, Rafflesamon, Lotusmon, Grandis Kuwagamon, Bancho Stingmon, and Parasimon. So definitely a ton of great options in there to choose from. As for which ones I would personally choose, from a child, I would probably go with Kunemon. I would love to see Kunemon appear on something. For adults, probably Yanmamon. Yanmamon's been on like nothing at all, and I would definitely like that to be fixed. Perfect form, I don't think we got Entmon on Hermit in the Jungle, right? We had Teropiamon on there, but I don't think we had Entmon. Nope, we didn't have Entmon, so I want Entmon on there because he's a really great Digimon. And then for ultimate form, going with one we haven't had yet, which is difficult on this list, but I guess maybe either Bancho Lilymon or... No, that's it. Just Bancho Lilymon. I don't think anyone else on here is a particularly great choice, considering they've been featured already before. So probably Bancho Lilymon. So yeah, there you go. And who are your picks? Let me know in the comments below. All right, so that's it for the Savers Digimon, right? But that's the thing I want to point out is that these charts do have one unknown Digimon in each of them, apart from the voting. And considering it's Savers theme, it's very likely that we're going to see Burst Mode as the final slot on all of those. So Shine Greymon, Mirage Galgamon, Ravemon, and Rosemon Burst Modes would make sense. And what I would love to see is that if this volume does continue, if we go into volume 3, that they continue the Sabers theming, because while we have the main 4 protagonists, there are 4 backup protags, remember, and volume 3 could potentially include these 2 guys right here, Kudamon and Kamemon, which Kamemon, as you may or may not know, is like my favorite child stage Digimon, and I would love to see that get featured in the future. So that's hopefully a possibility. Hopefully we do continue this pattern and get them as the main guys on the next set with Slitmon and Jumbo Gamemon. And yeah, that would be really sick to see. As well as we also have the 2 Pawn Chessmon, which I don't know, if they don't get done, I'm not too worried about that. These guys I care more about than the Pawn Chessmons. But yeah, either way, loving the Sabers Love. The recent Digimon card game set has a ton of Sabers Love in it, and it's really fun to see. Sabers, if you're unaware, is the best season of the Digimon anime, and you should watch it immediately. So, moving on to updates to the Vital Bracelet Arena app itself. A lot of people have had a lot of complaints about this, and those complaints continue, and I still haven't made a video about it because, I don't know, I was hoping it would be better by the time I did, and it wasn't. So, the app has had a lot of problems, but they are still working on it and trying to do things. So, they are adding an adventure mode to the app, which what that will fully be like is anyone's guess at the moment, but there will be the ability to get items from it, from doing the adventure mode. So that's pretty cool. A quick note there at the bottom is that this feature will be exclusive to the Vital Bracelet B. You won't be able to do that with the older Vital Bracelet models, and you also won't be able to do it with non-digital monsters. So there you go. There's also going to be new training items added to the app that you'll be able to transport back to the Vital Bracelet, which you may be familiar with that process from the previous app that had a few of those that you could put on there. So that's going to be added. They are going to be having a team battle event in spring of 2023, so just in a month or two, I would assume. What that will entail, we will see. Again, not many details really specified on that, so yeah. And then we have a lobby of some variety, which the way that this is laid out is confusing to me because the app itself is in portrait mode, and this is more like a landscape thing, so I hopefully don't have to turn my phone landscape to use the lobby. And what benefits it offers is also unknown. It's funny because it kind of looks like it takes place in a gym, and then you can also, there's like different hats and stuff at the top of the screen, so I don't know if you'll be able to like go up there and customize your character, and then apparently you can hop in and battle people at the same table as you. There's some vending machines that appear to be locked at the moment that will probably give you some kind of items to help you in battle. So yeah, it's still under development. No idea when this would be coming out, but pretty neat visual update overall. I think it's a fun little thing to add, so we'll see what it looks like in practice. So moving on from the Vital Bracelet, that's all the Vital Bracelet news, but we have some other great news still on here. So you may remember last year at the San Diego Comic-Con, they had 2 special editions of the Tamagotchi Originals, and they were very cute. I got some, despite not being at San Diego Comic-Con, but they are wonderfully adorable little devices. I love the way that they look. And you may have been wondering, well, I wonder if they'll do something similar for Digimon. And sure enough, Digimon Con has its own special edition DM20 shells, which are being called the Digital Monster Kenji Watanabe Edition. So first and foremost, the thing you should know is these are based on the US release of the Digital Monster version 20th. So they're in English, they have the same software, and they are based on versions A and B as far as which Digimon appear on them. So these aren't version revivals, these aren't anything special new as far as software goes. They're the exact same thing you buy on Amazon right now, but with these really good-looking shells on them. They've done some printed shells before, but they've never been like wraparound like this, which is exciting to see. So these are like all the way around, just completely decked out in this beautiful artwork by Kenji Watanabe himself, the guy was the lead designer for Digimon, continues to be the lead designer for Digimon, but kind of made Digimon look the way that it does in general. So these are 5,500 yen each, and the pre-orders are going on through March 13th at Premium Bandai, and this will be releasing in July. It's supposed to be coming up on Premium Bandai US, but other stores, of course, will have it as well. So make sure to get your pre-orders in. Whether or not this will receive a non-pre-order based release or a more general release is unclear at the moment, so if you want them, try to get them. There are 2 versions. There is the version Metal Greymon. Again, you can see all that wrapping around there. There's a little missile going on in the back going, yeah! it's fun. It's just fun. And then we have the version Numemon. The version Metal Greymon is version A, and the version Numemon is version B. You can see which versions contain which Digimon by heading to Digitama Hatchery and going to the versions and exclusive section of the Digital Monster version 20th area. So yeah, these look great. Very excited about them. They very cool little designs. I don't know if I would actually open them up and play with them. I kind of just want them to display more than anything, because obviously there's many other Digital Monster version 20th I can choose to play with, and I would greatly fear damaging the paint on these. So, but yeah, they're very cool. So looking forward to the release on that. Last thing that they really announced, or not announced, but showed off a little bit more, is the upcoming 25th anniversary book, Digimon Device and History. That is available right now on Amazon Japan. If you just go in there and type in those exact words, 25th anniversary book, Digimon Device and History, you will get it on Amazon Japan. It's actually pretty cheap. It's 2,475 yen and releases on the 24th of February. That's like half the price of the other art books they have done, which I am very happy about. And it's very easy to get your hands on because it's not a pre-order exclusive. It's just on Amazon. So this book is going to contain a bunch of information about the history of, as you can expect, Digimon electronics, as well as just including a ton of sprite dot artwork for them. So you can see on this page here, they have all the sprites for the version 1 and version 2 all laid out for each Digimon. So yeah, I think it's if you do enjoy Digimon Virtual Pets, I think this is absolutely a must-buy. It's 160 pages, so there's a ton of content in here. Again, that's only 24.75 yen. This is not a hard option. You're going to get bit on shipping, of course, because the shipping's going to be about the same cost as the book itself, I'm sure. But it's yeah, no, this is it's a fun little thing. I'm definitely going to get it. I'll probably show it off on a live stream or something when I do. But yeah, it's very cool. Even comes with stickers. These stickers that you see here, they say you can put them on your phone. I will also give you permission to put them on anything else you want. And you can kind of get a idea for the breadth of different sprite styles that we'll get here. So we'll get stuff from Digivices, from the original V-Pets, we'll get stuff from modern V-Pets, we'll get stuff from the Vital Bracelet, the Digimon Color is even here. So you get sprites from just all over the realm of Digimon, which I'm very excited to see all that. Maybe we'll even actually have the Blast Mode sprites from the Excel acknowledged, which would be really cool if that's the case. So yeah, and that is pretty much it for Digimon Con. Yeah, just a ton of announcements, a lot to have gone over. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I don't know how long this recording is at. Oh dear, it's at 34 minutes. That was a lot of data. So yeah, either way, looking forward to a lot of this stuff coming out. As a heads up, they didn't mention the Digimon Color here at all because we already know everything there is to know about the Digimon Color, and it releases in just a few days on the 17th of February. Obviously, I'll have a full video about that. I'll do a live stream unboxing and a review shortly thereafter to tell you everything there is to know about that. So yeah, that's it for Digimon Con. What did you think of it? Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully there's something for you in there. I know it was kind of a lot of the same. Like, it was all B memory reveals mostly. Digimon Seekers was a pretty cool reveal. I'm sorry, Digimon video game fans, that you got absolutely nothing. There's a re-release of Next Order. Congratulations on that. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with it. It was a good Digimon Con, fun stuff. So yeah, if you liked it, let me know in the comments. And otherwise, keep an eye on this channel for future Digimon news and all things Digimon V-Pets. So until next time, bye!